place we have, whoa, no way, you idiots, you absolute idiots. Fox Sports, I already got CBS Sports, we already reacted to The Athletic, but Fox Sports, it's time to get your ass. Boys and girls, as you can see on screen today, we are going to be reacting to Fox Sports World Cup Power Ranking. This power ranking just came out only a couple of days ago. Like I said in the intro, we reacted to CBS Sports ranking and it was horrible. We reacted to The Athletic and it was shit. But Fox Sports, it's your time. It's your time. We are going to be acting to this Fox Sports World Cup Power Ranking that was made by Alexi Lalas, a supposed soccer analyst. Bro, I can't even do this, bro. 157 likes, 118 dislikes. Guys, the ratio is almost 50-50. This is going to be bad. I can already sense it just by the look of this title that this is going to be completely trash. Obviously, we rated the Athletic World Cup Power Ranking a 5.2 out of 10 and the CBS Sports ranking was a 3.9 out of 10. So let's see if this can be the best and possibly rank above a 6 out of 10, or will this be the worst ranking so far? Guys, let's get right into it. Starting off with 48th place, we have Haiti. Okay. This is not too bad. For me, Haiti are definitely the bottom two, the bottom three. So 48th place, I'm not too mad at this. Holy shit, plus 250,000 odds to win the World Cup. God damn. As you can see in 47th, we have Curacao. This, once again, I'm not mad at. For me, I would say that Curacao probably should be last place because if you guys saw what happened to them in the last international break, they were horrible, right? They lost against China. China, guys, come on. This is not the worst start. I gotta say, this start so far is not too bad. Moving on to 46th place, Panama. Whoa, this is a little bit low for Panama, no? In my opinion, I think this is a little bit low. 46th place? I don't know about that one. I've seen most other lists putting Panama around 35 to 38. 46th? That's a little bit low for me. Let's continue on. Whoa. Alright. They're not waiting a sec. They're getting right into it. They said, screw New Zealand, screw Qatar, Saudi Arabia, whatever. We're going to put South Africa and Panama as the worst 4 teams in the World Cup. Nah. This is starting off horribly, guys. I got to say so myself. Cape Verde in 44th place. This is fair. I've said it multiple times. Cape Verde have a few decent attackers, a couple of decent players, but in general, as a squad, they're probably a top 3 to top 5 worst team in this World Cup. But moving on to 43rd place, New Zealand. Finally, I was waiting to see New Zealand. Guys, for me, I would probably put New Zealand at like 46th place. I think maybe Curacao last, Haiti in 47th, and then New Zealand probably 46th. So this is already being generous to New Zealand. Let's see what other stuff we got here. Moving on to 42nd place, we have Iraq. Okay, this is not too bad for Iraq. I've seen other lists put them around the 40th mark, 41, 42. I think this is fair for Iraq. So moving on to 41st place, we have Qatar. Finally, we see Qatar. And to be honest, this is not too bad. I think Qatar could be anywhere from 40th to 44th. I think that's a fair ranking for Qatar. Moving on to 40th, Uzbekistan. Okay. One positive thing I have to say is I do think that this is the highest ranking of Uzbekistan we've seen compared to the other lists that we ranked. The Athletic had them somewhere in the 40s. CBS Sports had them, I think, at 45. That's too low. 40th place is finally starting to be fair for Uzbekistan. For me, Uzbekistan could realistically be anywhere from 35 to 40. 40 may be still a little bit low. I think I would have them a little bit higher, at least in the 30s. But it's not too bad. I think so far, whatever his name is that did this, Alexi Lala or whatever his name is, it's not too bad. Moving on to 39th place, we have Congo. Okay, let me say something. It's still too low. Guys, Congo are a really good team. And the disrespect that I'm seeing in Congo in every single one of these lists is crazy. We saw CBS Sports have them in 46th place. Then we saw The Athletic put them in 43rd. Now, at least at least Fox Sports is putting them in the 30s, which they 100% deserve. But I still think that 39 is a little bit low. Moving on to 38th place, we have Tunisia. Okay, this is fair. This is fair in my opinion. I think Tunisia, they just haven't shown me enough recently. From the AFCON, I didn't think they were good enough. In recent international friendlies, they played very poorly against Haiti. Then they got that draw against Canada, which once again, they were very poor in. So I don't think Tunisia have been on the best stretch of form. So I think in the I think in the high 30s is fair enough for Tunisia. But guys, Ghana cannot be higher than 38th place. And for some reason, all of these lists seem to have them in the low 30s, in the high 20s. Like, when is Ghana that good? Okay, they have Semenyo. They have a couple good attackers. They didn't make it to the AFCON. They got smoked in both games in the last international friendly, and they just sacked their manager 60 days before the World Cup. Where's Ghana at? Moving on to 37th place, we have Jordan. Okay, you know what? This is actually not a bad ranking for Jordan. I feel like a lot of other lists are putting them in the 40s or a little bit lower than this. I think this is starting to be a fair ranking for Jordan, because if you look at Jordan, they're actually a very strong team. In the attack, they're incredible. They made it to the Asian Cup final. They made it to the Arab Cup final. Yes, I know they lost both finals against obviously Morocco in the Arab Cup and against Qatar in the Asian Cup. But they're a good team. Jordan are a fantastic team. They can score goals, and low-key, I think this is a pretty fair ranking. Moving on to 36th place, we have Australia. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We've seen Australia being ranked in the mid to high 30s in most lists. I think it's fair. I don't think they have the best team, but I do think they have some great individual players. They have a few good youngsters, and obviously we all know the passion that Australia brings in every international competition we watch them in. So this is fair enough for Australia. Moving on to 35th place, we have Cote d'Ivoire in 35th place. Nah. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. There's no way now you're gonna tell me that you're putting Congo, Tunisia, and Cote d'Ivoire behind Ghana. Moving on to 34th place, Egypt. Wow. The disrespect on these African teams is crazy right now. We've seen Egypt, Ivory Coast, Tunisia, and DR Congo all ranked in the mid to high 30s. Bro, almost all these teams could be ranked in the 20s almost. I would say DR Congo, maybe in the low 30s, 31, 32, 33. Tunisia, fair enough, maybe around the mid 30s. But Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, they should definitely be in the 20s. This is too low for all these African teams. The disrespect is crazy. Moving on to 33. Holy shit, bro, what the fuck? No way, man. No way. You're telling me in the mid to high 30s, you're gonna put Algeria. You're gonna put Egypt. You're gonna put Cote d'Ivoire, all in the mid to high 30s. Tunisia, DR Congo, and you're still not even gonna put Ghana. Oh yeah, nah, done. Moving on to 32, we have Bosnia. Okay, you know, like for me, Bosnia are a very, I don't know what I'm trying to say. For me, Bosnia are a team that you could put realistically anywhere in the 30s. Some people may have them a little bit lower in the ranking, maybe around 37, 38. And I don't think that's too bad, although I do think they should be higher than that. But for me, low 30s, mid 30s, 32, this is fair enough. This is not a bad ranking in my opinion. Moving on to 31. Wow, now we see them. Now we see Saudi Arabia. Now in 31st place. So you're telling me Saudi Arabia, this team right here, this guy that's tying his shoes, Saudi Arabia would be Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, DR Congo, Ivory Coast, Tunisia, Egypt. Hell no. Hell no. You think Saudi Arabia should be ranked above Bosnia? Hell no. Come on, bro. What's with all these people putting Saudi Arabia in the low 30s, almost in the 20s? Moving on to 30th place though, we have Iran. Okay. I still think maybe a little bit low for Iran. Maybe they should be a little bit higher. But I'm just excited to see what's in the top 20s, because almost all of those teams that we saw in the 30s were ranked horribly. So I can't wait to see what the 20s hold for us. Moving into 29th place, we have Czech Republic. Wow, big difference from where The Athletic put them. I think The Athletic put them in 39th place. Fox Sports put them at 29th place. For me, I think a sweet spot would be right in the middle. Maybe around 33, 34, 35, 29. That's a bit high. That's a bit high in my opinion. But moving on to 28, we have. So you're basically telling me that Ghana are one of the best African teams in this World Cup. The team that didn't make it to the last AFCON is one of the best African teams in this World Cup. Wow. That's poor. That's really poor. This may be the worst ranking in this list. This might be the worst ranking. Guys, I don't think Ghana should be higher than like 37th. Honestly. They just fired their manager and they're shit. 27th, we got Scotland with Scott McTominay. Okay, for me, this is a little bit high for Scotland. I think Scotland should maybe be in the mid-30s. I think Scotland have a decent midfield. They have some okay players, but I don't think they should be this high. We saw in the last international game where they lost 1-0 against Japan, and they weren't that good in that game. So I think 27 is a little bit high. Moving on to 26th place, we have Paraguay. Damn! This is high as hell for Paraguay. I've seen, like, most people are putting them in the 30s. I think the 30s is fair, but 26? Wow, this is a little bit too far. This is a little bit too far. Paraguay, I would put them 33, 34. You know, they're a decent team. They have some decent players, but 26? That's crazy. Moving on to 25th, we have Sweden. Okay, this is too high once again. This is too high. See, in the 30s, we saw so many teams ranked too low. And now in the 20s, most of the teams are ranked way too high. Guys, the hype on Sweden is not warranted. They didn't win a single match, not one match in the qualifiers. They made it to the playoffs through the Nations League. They low-key scammed their way to the World Cup. I'm just being honest. I don't have any hate for Sweden. I love Sweden, but they scammed their way in the World Cup. Moving on to 24th place, we have Austria. Okay, this is not too bad for Austria. Now, Austria, I think, are a really good team. I do feel like a lot of people underrate Austria. But I think 24th, you know, in the low 20s, 22, 23, 24, it's not too bad for Austria. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No way. No way. No way. Am I seeing this right? No way. Hell no. Honestly, guys, I don't think I can finish this list because they have just put the AFCON winners, the team that, in my opinion, have the best team in Africa, Senegal. Bro, the Senegal are such a good team. Senegal are such a good team. And the reason why I think Senegal are such a good team is because they have so many outlets. You look at, let's say, even their fullbacks, players like Diatta, players like Malik Diouf, fantastic players. You look at their attackers, they have players like Diallo, they have players like Iliman Ndiaye, they have players like, obviously, Sadio Mane, they have that youngster, what's his name, Mbaye. They have some fantastic players. Senegal, the midfield, their attack is some of the best in Africa. They have a great goalkeeper, and they have great defenders as well. 23rd place? No way, man. No fucking way, bro. No way. This is the biggest disgrace I've seen so far. Moving on to 22nd place, we have... Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. Bro, I'm literally Canadian, man, but damn. Canada above Senegal? Oh, fuck, bro. Oh. This is so bad, bro. Guys, I don't want to move on, but I'm gonna push through. I don't want to move on, but I'm gonna go through. 21st place, we have Turkey. Okay, maybe a little bit low for Turkey. I would like to see Turkey in the teens at least. But it's just like, I guess it's better than what we saw from the last few rankings. So I guess it's not too bad, right? Moving on to the top 20. Now we see South Korea. So you are telling me that South Korea are better than Senegal? No way, bro. No way. Like, this is the thing about these lists. This is the thing about these lists. You have a team like South Korea in 20th place. If you look at the last international break, they lost against Austria and they got completely smoked by Cote d'Ivoire. And you think that putting South Korea 4 places above Austria and 15 places above Cote d'Ivoire is right. I know we shouldn't have recency bias, but come on. It's logical. It's obvious. Let's get on with this. 19th place, Switzerland. Okay, fair enough. Not too bad. I think Switzerland could be anywhere from 16 to 20. So 19 is not too bad. Moving on to 18th, we have Japan. Holy shit, this is low. This is too low for Japan. Bro, Japan literally just beat England in Wembley Stadium as the first Asian team to ever do so. And then they went ahead and beat Scotland. 18, Japan's definitely a top 15. They probably maybe even top 12. 17th, we got Ecuador. Okay, this is not too bad. This is not too bad for Ecuador. I don't think this is too bad at all. Ecuador got some good results in the friendlies. We saw them get that great result against Netherlands. Then they got another draw against Morocco, who are two very strong teams. So I think Ecuador are a very good team. This is not too bad. Moving on to 16th, we have Norway. Maybe still a little bit low. I'd like to see Norway around 13th to 14th. I know they didn't have the best international break, but I still think this may be a little bit low. But moving on to the top 15, we have Uruguay. Do you think that if Uruguay come up against Senegal, that Uruguay are going to win? Because according to Fox Sports, they put them 8 positions ahead of Senegal. That's bullshit. There's no way that they would win that game. This is not too bad. No, it's shit. It's shit. I'm sorry, it's shit. Uruguay should not be in the top 20, in my opinion. I'll put Uruguay maybe around like 23, 24. I really think they fell off. I don't think they have a good manager. So this is way too high for me. Moving on to 14th, Mexico. Wow, that's pretty high, no? That's a little bit high for me. I think Mexico should be a little bit lower. Yes, they had a decent international break, getting a draw against Portugal and Belgium. It's pretty good. But 14th is a little bit high for me. Moving on to 13th place, we have Morocco. I think Morocco are a top 12 team. 13th is a little bit low, but it's not too bad. But there's no way you're going to put Morocco 10 places above Senegal. Senegal beat Morocco in the AFCON. We all saw it with our own eyes, but I guess it's not too bad. I personally would put Morocco maybe a little bit higher, but it's not too bad. Moving on to 12th place. Oh my gosh. You idiots! You absolute idiots! I can't with all these people overrating the US. I don't give a shit anymore. This is crazy, man. Fuck, 12th place, bro. Holy shit. Like what do you gotta do to actual, like, not have bias? Alright, well, they put USA in 12th place. They think if USA came up against Senegal, that USA would batter them 5-0. So I guess that's what they think. Moving on to 11th place, we have Belgium. Okay, not too bad. I think this is fair. Belgium, for me, maybe just outside the top 10, around 10, 11, 12. So not too bad. Moving on to the top 10, though, we have Croatia. Okay, I like Croatia. You know, between 7 to 10. It's not too bad for Croatia. Moving on to 9th place, we have Germany. Once again, fair enough. Germany are a pretty good team. Even though they stunk it up in the last World Cup, I do think they will have a much better competition. So 9, not too bad for me. 8th place, we have Netherlands. Once again, not too bad for me. I do think Netherlands are maybe just slightly ahead of Germany. So 8's not too bad. Moving on to 7th, we have Brazil. Ooh. You know, usually you see people put Brazil higher than this. And I personally maybe will put them a little bit higher. But I actually don't mind 7th place. I'm not too mad at it. I'm not too mad at it. Moving on to 6th place, we have Portugal. Okay. Portugal 4 to 6. Man, it's a little bit low for Portugal. I think I would put them a little bit higher. They won the Nations League. They have a great squad. I do think their striker problem is a little bit of a concern. I guess it's not too bad for Portugal. Moving on to 5th place. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not expect that whatsoever. Yo, these guys are having a laugh. Argentina in 5th place. This may be the most unexpected ranking. I know we have seen some horrible ones, mainly with the African teams. But Argentina are a team that I think unanimously from anyone in the world would have them in the top 3. So I did not expect to see them in 5th place. Wow. Okay, in fourth place, we have... Okay, nah. Get the fuck out, bro. Get the fuck... There's no way. There is no way. There's no... Colombia in fourth place, bro. Oh my gosh. I was thinking, when I was going down that top 10, I'm thinking all these teams are placed a little bit low. Like, I feel like there's been a team, I didn't want to say it, but I felt in my head, in my heart, that there was a team that we should have already saw a little while ago, but we didn't see it yet. And that team was Colombia. Whoa, that was unexpected as well. Holy shit, Colombia in fourth place. Obviously, Colombia are not a bad team, but fourth place is ridiculous. It seems like everyone struggles to rate to place Colombia, to rank Colombia. We saw CBS Sports put them at 28th, and then we see Fox Sports put them at 4th. Like, you can't meet in the middle, maybe somewhere around like 15, maybe somewhere around like 10, or something like that. 4 is crazy. Before the last international break, I would agree that I would put Colombia probably in the top 10. But after the last international break, I don't think they were very good. They lost that game against Croatia. Luis Suarez was missing like wide open nets, like literal wide open nets. And then in the next game, they lost against France's B team. They conceded 3 goals against them. So I think Colombia's stock has dropped a little bit. I still think they're in the top 15. I don't think they're in the top 10, me personally. But, you know, around 10 to 15 area is fair. But 4th? Ahead of Argentina. What has Colombia done in recent times that puts them ahead of Argentina? Argentina were first in the CONMEBOL qualifiers, in the South American qualifiers. Argentina won the last World Cup. Argentina have better players on paper. They have a better manager on paper. So what warrants Colombia to be ahead of bro? This is literally like confusing. This is so confusing to me. Let's just finish this list off, bro. Let's hurry this shit up. England number 3, too high. I don't think England are 3rd. I don't think they're 4th. I think 5th is probably fair. 2nd is Spain, and 1st is France. Bro, okay, you know what? This guy right here, this dude right here, Alexis Lalas, bro, you are not a soccer analyst. You should not talk about football no more. Because what the hell was that ranking? Bro, what on earth was that ranking? We saw complete disrespect on every single African team. We saw complete disrespect for the current World Cup champions. We saw complete disrespect for some Asian teams like Japan, and just complete wrong information about some other teams. Like, we see some teams too high. We see Saudi Arabia, South Korea way too high. Teams like Japan way too low. USA in 12th? Oh my gosh, bro. I think this was the worst one, and I think this is the last power ranking I'm going to react to, because I can't keep doing this. It's raising my blood pressure. I can't keep doing this. Guys, we ranked the Athletic power ranking a 5.2 out of 10. We ranked the CBS Sports power ranking a 3.9 out of 10, I think it was. It might have even been 3.2. I don't remember. Fox Sports, Alexi Lala. I'm giving Fox Sports World Cup 2026 power ranking a 2 out of 10. Making it the worst power ranking we've seen so far. But guys, that is the end of this video. I think this is the last time I'm going to be reacting to a power ranking, because clearly they're all horrible. They're all horrible. And the last thing for me to do is create my own power ranking. So I will probably be doing that within the next few weeks. So stay tuned. Obviously, remember to leave your power rankings in the comments down below. Let me know what you would rank this Fox Sports power ranking on a scale from 1 to 10. Like I said, I give it a 2 because it's completely horrible. But obviously, if you guys did enjoy this video and you've been watching all my other World Cup content, Champions League content, Europa League content, remember to subscribe to the channel to help me hit 8,000 subscribers. And as always, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.